Well, thank you so much, Sarah, for the question, and it's an honor to be here today with you, Madam Vice President. You know, for me, every single thing in my experience and in my background has played a part in my decision to endorse Vice President Harris. And you know, that begins with the fact that I'm a conservative. And I know that the most conservative of all conservative principles is being faithful to the Constitution. And you have to choose in this race between someone who has been faithful to the Constitution, who will be faithful, and Donald Trump, who it's not just us predicting how he will act. We watched what he did after the last election. We watched what he did on January 6th. And so coming to this as someone who's been a lifelong Republican, a lifelong conservative, also as someone who I spent time working overseas before I was elected to Congress, and I've spent time working in countries where people aren't free and where people are struggling for their freedom. And I know how quickly democracies can unravel. And I know that as Americans, we can become accustomed to thinking, well, we don't have to worry about that here. But I tell you, again, as someone who has seen firsthand how quickly it can happen, that is what's on the ballot. It's absolutely what's on the ballot. I also, I come to this decision as a mother. I have 5 children. And there was a moment right after January 6th when my husband and I were having dinner with our 2 youngest, our 2 sons. And I looked across the table at my young sons, and I thought to myself, you know, in the aftermath of the attack on the Capitol, are they going to grow up in a country where we don't have to worry about the peaceful transfer of power? Are they going to grow up in a country where that is guaranteed? And I believe that every one of us in this election has a duty and an obligation to do what we know is right for the country, and that's to support Vice President Harris. So I'm very honored to be here and to do that.